welcome back. We're back with some answers. We're going to start with number 14 on the daily work for 1-1. It says 11 less than 4 times the sum of 8 and a number u.
Yeah, just flip it.
We've got to flip the order because of that less than. That means that we're going to do the minus 11 at the very end. So now I'm going to figure out this part, the 4 times the sum of, and put that in front. To write 4 times the sum of, that's that 4 and then a grouping symbol, right? Yes? Okay, so 4 and then our grouping symbol. What's happening inside that group? Addition because of the sum. And which 2 things are we adding? 8 and u. Good. And there's our final answer for this one.
But the question is...
If you did it a little bit differently, and it doesn't look like this, first fix it, and then write for yourself what you need to remember. So that way you can do this on your own. Let's look at 16. 5 times the... Oh, that's exactly like that 4 times from before, isn't it? So I'm going to write 5 and then my grouping symbol. All right, what's happening inside the group? Subtraction, and what am I subtracting? Done. What's happened next? Yeah, subtracted by, so I'm subtracting from it. And then 3 over k because it says the quotient between the two. We're dividing them. Okay, we're going to look at 17. 2/3 the sum. There's no operation between 2/3 and this group that I'm adding together. So when there's no operation, I assume that it is multiplication. So I'm going to go straight into a grouping symbol after writing the 2/3. What's happening inside the grouping symbol? Addition, and what 2 things am I adding? Beautiful. What's happening after the grouping symbol? Adding, added to. And then after that is a multiplication. What am I multiplying together?
7j.
Take a moment. 5 seconds. Write down anything on these that you need to remember to fix it. That made you go, oh.
I already know.
All right. Let's go ahead and translate from math into English. All right. I'm going to make a big old mess on this. So my recommendation to you is grab your dry erase markers and let's make a mess on your desks. And then you'll write your final answer on your paper, okay? All right. I'm going to have to make all my mess on my paper because my desk, unfortunately, does not do dry erase very well at all. But y'all do, so grab your dry erase markers. All right. How would I write this first term? Okay, let's avoid using times. It's okay, let's avoid using times. 5 and the number, but what's the operation between the 5 and the number?
Multiplying.
To multiply. So avoiding using times, come to your math to English dictionary. Product. So how would I use the word product with 5 and a number x? 5 with a product? 5 and a product? How were we using product here?
The product.
The product of. All right, let's deal with this operator. What words can I use for that minus operator? Subtract, the difference, but we've seen it as the difference of, right? And then that goes in front. So there's nothing wrong with that. It just ends up becoming the difference of, the product of, and suddenly I'm lost. Right? Because there's too many ofs next to each other. So while you're not wrong, we could use difference of. It's confusing in this case. So let's avoid it. So subtract works. Yeah? All right, let's use subtract. What other word could we have used?
Decrease.
Decreased. What else could we have used?
Fewer.
Fewer
Less. Oh.
or less. Okay. Less,
Difference.
fewer. We talked about that difference because we'd have to write the difference of,
Oh.
right? And make it a list, and then it becomes the difference of the product of. Which hurts my head just thinking about it.
Take away.
Ooh, we could do takeaway. All right, so we have all of these options. All right, let's build our final sentence then. Which of these subtract words do you want to use that you like the best? Takeaway? All right, I'm down with a bit of takeaway. So we're going to write the product of 5 and a number x. Take away 30. This is a beautiful English translation of that math expression. When you're ready, put that on your paper. Let's look at, oh, sorry, you're still writing. Thumbs up, you're done? All right, that is almost everyone. I'm gonna go ahead and start 21. I know that some of you are still writing. Let's look at 21. What's happening here?
7.
7 is getting multiplied to stuff. So what words can we use for 7 being multiplied to things?
The product.
Okay, we could do the product of.
No, but.
All right, so we could do the product of. What else could we use? Because we're trying to avoid the word times, right?
Increased by a factor.
Increased by a factor. Oh, I like that group of words.
I like that one.
Yeah, I like that one too. Okay, let's try to use increased by a factor. All right, so let's figure out this group in here. What's happening there? They're being added. So what adding words can I use?
The total of.
The total of. Okay. The total of. Do you want to just use that one? Yeah? Or do you want to find some more words?
Together.
Together?
Combined.
And all.
Ooh, combined. Oh, that's a nice one. All right. The total of or combined? Which one do we want to use?
Combined.
Total, I heard combined. We'll try to use them both. All right, so let's see. In this case, I think we need to write this inside first. So the total of 8 and W
So,
increased by a factor of 7. The total of 8 and W, oh, I said I would get the word combined in there, right? We'll put it here, combined. Like, we're adding, making sure it's clear we're adding. Increased by a factor of 7. The total of 8 and W combined increased by a factor of 7. Please keep in mind that the options that we're offering right now together, it's not the only ways you could say this. You could use other words. You could make it smaller. That's okay. This is just one way to do it. Shall we try 22? Okay. What's happening on 22? 4 is being multiplied. All right, so how do I say 4 is being multiplied?
4 times.
Okay, we could use times because there's so much else going on here. I think using times is not going to be terrible. All right. So what is 4 multiplying to? 3 being subtracted from C. When we've had some number and then stuff being subtracted, like in 19, how did we write that? The difference of. So let's go ahead and make this the difference of. This is my little symbol for and. It got all smushed and crazy. And then how do we do plus 11? Increased by 11. All right, let's write this all together. 4 times the difference of C and 3 increased by 11. What time is it? We have got a little over 20 minutes. We did so good today, guys. All right. I'm going to end this here.